Royal Oak one in the evenings, they're pretty busy. So they have 4 studios, and they're like, you'll see some nights that are like they're totally booked up back to back to back.
Man.
What did he do last time to fix this?
Oh, is it still not playing?
So are you going to be doing
The
the
mic's
podcast
not-
on your own, or you have a
I mean, that's
co-host?
working.
I'm
Like,
started
the
off doing
camera's
my own.
working
I haven't
and
found
everything. It's
anybody
just
that I
the
want to
We
do
went
it
back
with
to the
yet.
original configuration, last good
The
configuration.
people
or
that
something.
personalities do
Remember?
mesh well
Yeah.
together aren't local.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to find somebody I mesh well with here, local.
Okay. Tools. Claire Bear. You little puffball.
Restore.
I have a friend that would be great to do it with me, but some people may be a little intimidated by him because he's 6'7", 300 pounds. But he's like the biggest teddy bear ever.
1/8. What day is today?
10th.
10th.
Okay.
I'm finally getting my bearings on that time lag. I was in New Zealand, and
Oh man.
shit, man, that was like I didn't know what day it was the whole time I was there.
Did you have jet lag?
He just
Yeah.
got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm trying to plan all that stuff. Just
Yeah?
happening really slow.
Sam's trying to plan it, but her boyfriend's going to break up with her.
No, he's not.
Unfortunately.
No, he's not. He's just making it up. We're in a good relationship.
She's 20 years old. I told her there's no way it can last. She's only
Ah.
20. You know, she's like, I'm going to show you. I said, well, that's one of the aspects of why I'm telling her that. It's either going to make her stronger or it's going to prepare her for the inevitable.
To make you feel better, I've been with
All
my
right.
fiance since I was 18, and I will be 37 next
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Wait, your fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you fixed it.
So you guys have been together that long and you're not married?
No, we weren't sure if we wanted to get married.
Okay.
See,
Wow, that's a
I'm
long
waiting.
time.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
When we
man.
Wow.
first started
see?
dating, all of our friends started getting married and getting divorced, and we were like, okay, we're good over here.
Wow, since you were 18. Well, that's one of your stories. You said
Yeah.
He was trying to defend
Samantha's,
Sam. And
Yeah,
he said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I've
I
been
know a
with my
couple people
boyfriend
who've
since
been married."
18, 19, and 17.
What'd you say? You've been with
My
That's only
boyfriend
2
since 17.
years.
I know, but still. It'll be longer
These
later.
years, that is a record.
Yeah,
These days,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, everybody else is different. All
online
these people,
dating.
all my
all that.
friends are sleeping around with all these different people, and I'm like, I don't ever do that.
All right. I didn't pull any emails because I didn't think you were going to be here.
Why do you think I was going to be here?
Well, I mean, earlier today, before you texted.
Have you guys taken me off the group text?
No, I used it today.
No, we didn't.
No, you used the one that I'm on, but do you have your own group
No.
text?
Yeah,
Well,
Animal Talk without Matt.
Group of 2.
Matt's in Montana?
Yeah. So I thought it was just going to be the 2 of us. And then so we were trying to book a guest. And then Erica's like, hey, I'll come on. And I'm like, yay. And so I had news stories and
We're still going to
fact
do
or fiction
we're still
and
gonna do fact or
match
fiction.
game. I got a couple match games too.
Awesome.
Oh crap!
Games. Look at how good that dog is, just sitting on that chair like
She's
a
awesome.
good
This is
little
what
puppy.
she does when we cook dinner, because she wants to be in the kitchen with us, but she's little and we don't want to step on her.
Is she always quiet like that?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
hmm
Oh,
Unless somebody comes over and she gets excited, or she sees a dog
Should've went to the
outside.
bathroom. It's
All
okay. I can hold it. All right, we ready?
Yeah, I can.
Just
scramble
tell me
through it.
when.
I'm ready. Go. We'll get there.
Okay, you can go.
Is Facebook running too?
Yes,
All right.
it's been running.
Is your face running?
Jesus.
You better go catch it.
Hey, there's the music. That means it's time for Animal Talk. Some of the best doggone pet people on the planet. We're here to help you with your pets, like that guy sitting across from me.
Check 1, 2. testing. 1, 2.
You haven't been here a little bit.
I'm a little rusty.
Trying to get back in the groove.
Did the show start already?
It's just, that's what that music's all about.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been here in a month.
Oh, well, hey, let me say, Brian Donovan, congratulations to you and your Mrs.
Now-
Lauren. Is she changing her name, Lauren?
Now
Is she?
I am Mr. Donovan.
You are Mr. Donovan.
Mr.
He is
Peanut.
now
Yes.
Mr. Donovan.
Yeah.
Mr. Peanut.
She's
That
changing
is-
her name.
Is she really?
I mean, she's a
That's
professional
committed.
who's been in this industry for
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, you're not going to change your name, are you? And she's like, yes, I'm going to change my name.
Aww.
Oh.
That's
And-
sweet.
And she said, I'm going to change your life.
She already has.
She already has.
It's the transformation of this guy in the last 18 months, astounding.
You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't
Yeah.
believe
And he's actually only known her for 9, so that's where it gets really weird.
it. Yeah.
No, but it's been
But
transformational.
okay, so we've been kind of bouncing around in the same industry,
Sure.
the radio industry,
Yes.
for 20 years.
Right.
We have all these mutual connections.
Yes.
I never met her.
Ah.
And then one day, with the help of Tinder, I met her, and she lived
Swipe left, baby.
2.2 miles away from me.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it swipe right?
It's
I
swipe
don't
right.
know.
It's swipe right.
Oh, that must be
Yeah.
Bumble is the other one. I don't know.
Grinder.
Grinder. That's my grinder. Yeah.
Grindr. Yeah.
But I'm Jamie. I'm here to make sure everybody has a good time. And Sam Nork,
That's me.
she's pushing the buttons. And we have a guest today.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's small, white, and fluffy.
Oh, will there be marshmallows?
Will there be marshmallows? Sam was in a short movie, and that was her
That
line.
was my line.
Now, what's the puppy's
Oh.
name again?
We call her Claire Bear. But
Claire
her name
Bear.
is Claire. Yeah.
Bear is here, and she brought along with her
Yes.
Erica. Erica is from Nash 93.1
Yeah.
here in Detroit, the country music station, along with Specs Howard School of Broadcast. You still doing Specs
Absolutely.
Howard stuff?
Yes.
So there you go. And she's been around. You've been doing radio for how long?
About 8 years now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chasing that
Chasing
dream.
that dream, yeah.
Chasing that dragon.
Yeah.
It's it is. It's like it's an addiction.
It is.
Really.
It is. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on tonight.
No, I'm so glad because we brought Erica in. We've been talking podcasts because I'm a podcast junkie. We
Oh
got
my
this, the Man Cave Happy
I
Hour.
had no idea what I was opening.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, here, you got to listen to this. You got to listen to this. I've been giving her things to listen to and pointers and stuff, and I'm like. And then she tells me, I've changed the idea for my podcast. She was going to do a music one, and she's like, I'm doing it about dogs. And I'm like, shut up. Mine is about pets, too. So you got to come in and hang out. So what's your idea for the podcast?
Oh
What
my
is
God.
your...
So just crazy idea. Pet owners, we talk to our pets. And in a crazy world,
Sure.
sometimes we answer for our pets. And
Yeah.
it may be in a voice that we think they may sound like. So
So far, I'm like 11% interested in the show. I don't like the
11%.
So how are you going to not annoy someone who is annoyed by people who speak for their pets in that baby talk voice?
Are you-
well, if you don't
Then-
like it, then don't listen.
Oh
Then it-
man, I was hoping you'd sell me on the show.
then
Buzz off,
then
Brian.
it
Yeah,
won't be the
yeah.
show for you.
Yeah, so basically I'm going to be interviewing dogs, but the humans speaking
Yeah.
for them.
You know, you
Alright.
might uncover some really interesting
That's what I'm thinking.
characteristics
Sure.
and things about the owners.
Yeah.
And,
What-
I deal with people on a day-to-day basis, so why not deal with some dogs for a chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. And little fluffy bear there is like wants to get out in the worst way.
Right, and I'm going to do, Claire Bear.
Claire
I
Bear.
bet she smells all the other doggies that have been in the studio.
Yeah. There hasn't been many. Brian's girlfriend has been here. Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona. Yeah.
This is a
Dog.
bulldog.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
And
She's the sweetest. She's compromised physically somehow.
yeah.
And she is the sweetest thing.
She has to eat out of a high chair.
She melts when she sees me.
She does. Yeah, she does.
The
It's
other way around.
bulldogs have a lot of problems, and plus she's like a dwarf of a bulldog, and so she has a really short esophagus. So she's got to sit up in a little high chair to be fed. Otherwise, she could choke. It could go down the wrong pipe. So yeah, very special needs pup.
Wow.
But she's just such a lover.
Yeah.
And this dog is so ugly. It's so ugly.
No such thing.
You don't know
What
which
are you
end is
talking
which
about?
until she starts walking.
Oh yeah. It is. It really is.
Oh.
Is she walking backwards?
That's
Oh
mean.
no, bless her heart.
Oh, my goodness, that's awful.
But Brian, yeah, you're Mr. Donovan. How was you did that in New Zealand?
New Zealand, yeah.
And you did it at midnight Detroit time?
Right, while you guys were clinking your glasses,
Yeah.
ushering in the new year,
Yeah.
I was getting married.
Okay.
Aw.
And the pictures were fantastic. They were simply
And you know how
amazing.
pictures never do a landscape
Sure,
justice?
sure.
It is the most stunning landscape you've ever
Right.
seen. and it's parts of it look like Ireland, green, rolling hills and cliffs, and then near the northern part where we got married, it's very tropical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Really?
And we rented this cool house. Where
Were you calling it the Eagle's Nest or something?
Yeah, well, that's the name of it.
Oh, okay.
And-
I thought you guys had dubbed it the Eagle's Nest.
No,
Oh, okay.
that'd be really corny, Jamie. But no, we didn't name.
Do you
this
talk to the house like in a baby voice?
one. Yes. I do.
Who's got big windows? Who's got big windows?
Yeah, something like that. Hey, save that for Erica's show. Okay?
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
But it looked fabulous. No monkeys attacking you at this one?
There are no monkeys.
No
they
monkey
really
attacks?
have no wildlife. They
Right.
have this gorgeous landscape, all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
greenery. They have a few birds.
Okay.
A lot of islands kind of grew up without predators.
Sure.
So you have all these freak animals like kiwis and birds that don't fly and
Yeah.
and fish
Oh.
that don't swim because there's no predators there.
Right.
Right. So.
Except for people.
So when the early settlers got there, they killed everything. So there's really not much on the the
okay.
greenery is beautiful, but I found one gecko in the whole country.
Well, congratulations again.
On the gecko?
We're very
The marriage,
on the
the
marriage
marriage.
thing,
Yeah, yeah.
on becoming Mr. Donovan.
I
We're very
couldn't be happier. I
happy
married
for
the
you.
love of my life.
Wasn't he always Mr. Donovan? Because that's your last name?
Yes.
That's how
Aw.
that's
So
yeah, Sam,
how
that's
long have
the
you
irony
really
of
been
it.
together?
A little over a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
A little over a year and a half, dude. That's it. That's
was,
it.
Was it like love at first sight?
Yeah.
Wait, I've been with my boyfriend longer than you've been with your wife?
Yes,
listen.
get him, Sam. You deserve that.
No, but- Erica, listen. I never thought that was possible. I always thought I kind of want to punch people who say that. Oh, love at first sight. I swear to God.
He
Love
did
at
it.
first sight.
It is.
The,
He
So
calls
I
her
feel like I
Peanut.
could give you relationship
Peanut.
advice.
Oh yeah.
well, I think I can give you advice. I've been married 3 times. I know this marriage thing.
I
Is
didn't
it
want to
bad
go there.
advice?
I don't want to go there.
No, and it's unbelievable. I've never been happier. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I took her all the way to New Zealand.
to-
I took a fiance with me and brought a wife home.
That's it. Do you have to pay
Aw.
extra for that on the way back? Or is there like a tax? Are you bringing anything back into the country, sir?
Yes,
A wife.
she was duty free.
Right on. Oh, that's great. So you did it. It'll be midnight here to ring in the exact moment of the
Yeah.
I do.
It was 6 o'clock in the evening the next day.
Sure. So
when we got-
you're a time traveler.
Yeah, I got married.
Hey,
in the
guys,
future.
I'm
Hey
in the
there,
future.
future boy.
Yeah, it was, I wish I could have brought everybody with us. It was
Yeah.
it was absolutely amazing.
Well, now what is interesting with Samantha? We said that we alluded to something as we were getting ready for the
Yeah,
show.
what's going on? What's
Samantha is contemplating. Well,
I-
she has an appointment and she has a design and she's getting a tattoo.
transition surgery?
She's transition surgery. Yeah,
Oh.
she's going to transition.
Yes.
Okay.
It's big Logan's Run thing. Renew. Sorry.
Wait,
She's getting a tattoo.
Oh.
really?
Yes.
And
That's a
I
big
told
decision.
her she was grounded. And
Go to your room.
that she could not get a tattoo.
Well, are you tattoo free?
No,
No, he's not. He has 2.
but I have a penis.
Okay, he thinks that men
Can you hand me that
can
bell
get tattoos,
It's across the way there. Hang on.
but women can't.
Let me do that. Let me do that again. But I have a penis. All right, so there we go.
So if I so that's the bottom line.
That's
Wait a minute.
So if I
wait,
transition,
wait, no,
sure.
Jamie, you
I'm
sure you have?
teasing.
I thought Colleen had it locked up somewhere.
oh,
Well done. Yes, as a matter of fact.
That was perfect.
All right, so wait a minute. Back to the tattoo. You want to get a tattoo?
Yeah, I
Sure.
already-
You have no tattoos right now.
no, I'm.
Before, Erica, do you have any tattoos?
I have 0 tattoos.
Okay, fair play.
Do you like tattoos? Are you against them?
I am against like a lot of tattoos.
No, I just want like 1. Well, maybe 2, maybe 3.
You know what,
But
Sam?
not like a whole sleeve.
When I was
like,
when I was in
Yeah.
New Zealand, everybody had these huge, like older people, young people.
Isn't
men,
it
women.
like
Right.
isn't it like a cultural thing?
Yeah, it's,
yeah.
but people who were like the Pacific Islander kind of the indigenous people, but a lot of the Europeans, people who grow up there, just have a lot of tattoos.
Right.
I mean, they look beautiful. I mean,
Sure.
I'm friends with the girl on Instagram, and she's a tattoo artist, and she
Yeah.
does beautiful work. But I think about the fact that when you're 90, what it's gonna look like.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
But-
it looks beautiful right now, but how? I mean, you got to keep that up.
yeah.
And how
Yeah.
long can you keep that up for?
Yeah. So that was that. Yeah. So and then
I have the appointment in 2 days.
Yeah. So What are you
you
gonna
excited?
get? Because I have my family coat of arms, right? So I got my family crest.
Nice.
So the family coat of arms, and then I got a Celtic band on my ankle.
I have a Celtic knot on my shoulder.
Yeah. So as I have a tribal tattoo, I didn't know douchebag was a tribe.
Oh my God.
Same.
but anyway, so Sam? What were you contemplating marking your body with forever?
Okay, so forever. My favorite band, Blink-182. You know that's my favorite band. The bass player, Mark Hoppus, I asked him to write out song lyrics in his handwriting.
Well, now here's the thing, because
Really?
Sam's a go-getter, and she actually won a contest, and they flew her to Vegas.
Oh.
She hung out with the band for a weekend, and then she was able to photograph the show down in the front row, and all expense paid, and
I didn't even have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah,
That's super cool. Well, that's something like
So-
that is meaningful, though.
She's
That's-
a big,
Yeah, I'm not
she's a
gonna
big,
get like a stick dude or something.
she's a big fan. So, handwritten lyrics by him on her thigh. He spelled most of the words right.
No, he did spell the words right. He just accidentally was writing too fast and he put like a double letter and he was like, "Oh, that's the wrong letter."
Is there like
Are you-
X's like marked out?
He just put it like on top of
Are
it.
you
So I
gonna
had
get
to,
are you gonna do the tattoo that way?
no, I photoshopped it out. Yeah.
You know, it should be faithful to the original artwork.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would look good though.
Yeah, the scribble. No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Not even a letter.
No regrets.
Ugh.
So a script worries me on how big it's gonna be and what it'll
I
look
don't
like
know. I
once
didn't think that far.
once it's a few years down the road.
Yeah. I mean, you can
know.
always get it touched up, right?
Okay, I don't know. I've never.
Mm.
I've had my tattoos for years. I haven't had them touched up. But
Oh.
anyway, just something to talk about. Talk to the tattoo artist. Will be honest with you.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I just don't know if it's gonna hurt really bad. Is it gonna be like a shot?
Oh,
or,
she's worried about the pain factor.
I would be too.
Yeah, that's the only thing
That's
I'm
not
worried
like
about.
5 minutes of work. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
sitting
What
in the
about that
chair
other
for a-
tattoo you have? It says sometimes it says Mississippi Riverboat Captain. Other times it says Mippy.
Nippy. That's the one. That's the one.
Oh man.
But he's against tattoos. You're against tattoos for women.
well, you know.
Well, you're old, so
Why are you being so sexist like
It-
that?
he's just old. It's just
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you regret your tattoos? That
Me?
you
Oh,
did or
no, good God,
something?
no,
No.
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 Okay.
He
Oh.
just
Okay.
men. He's like,
Oh.
men can get it, but not women.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
it's
just-
So
like,
tattoos are like a manly thing.
Yeah.
It's an older connotation. It's an older. It's just a little older mindset, right? And
Yeah.
I'm coming at it from
Mhm.
the other side of 50, and younger people today, it's less taboo for a woman to have tattoos. Yeah. So my knee jerk, get off my lawn response when she said that was, no, you're grounded. Go to your room.
And when Jamie says tribal tattoo on his leg, that's when he was a Cub Scout. It says Pack 922, Hamtramck, Michigan. Yeah.
You gotta roll with the pack,
Awesome.
man.
That's
You gotta
not a
roll with the
tribe.
pack. You gotta. So she'll get that, right? And I'm like, so Sam, you're gonna get this tattoo by this guy that you're never, his handwritten. There's this guy you're never ever gonna see again in your life. She's like, oh, I'm gonna see him again. and I'm like, well, all right, she probably will, because she's a go-getter and she's like always down on the front row taking pictures,
Yeah.
and then,
I will see them on June 1st in
yeah.
Columbus, Ohio.
Well, there you are.
so
The
yeah.
advice I gave my daughter, because she has lots of tattoos, I said,
Yeah.
if you get a tattoo, just research it. Make sure you get it from someone who's like world renowned. Then you have like this piece of art
Yeah.
that is world renowned, because the difference between a shitty tattoo and a really good one is probably just a few $100.
Yeah.
So go all out, get
Sure.
a really, really good one by someone well known. Then you
Yeah.
can say, oh yeah, that's so and so.
The guy
Yeah.
Jay that
The
did
guy
my
who did
tattoo.
mine, his
yeah.
name was Squeege.
Wait, you have a tattoo?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see.
No, it's on my
Says
shoulder. I'm not gonna
Mippy.
take my shirt off.
He's just showing his shoulder.
No, well, he's got a short sleeve shirt on. I'll show it to
Yeah.
you one day.
So and
One
then,
day.
but I told this. So Sam, when she sees Blink-182, when she sees Mark again, she has to make sure you have a Sharpie with you so he can autograph it underneath, and then you can go get his autograph.
Yeah, there you go.
And she's like, I was totally planning on that already. So
No,
get his
I was
autograph
like-
tattooed. And then she goes, I wouldn't want his hand on my leg. And I'm like, are you sure? I think you might. She did exactly that. She put her head down and giggled for about 10 minutes. Are you sure?
So what did he write? What did he write?
It's a. Well, I mean.
No,
okay.
you got to sing them. Sing them to us. The lyrics.
Oh,
What
Oh
are
no 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 no!
What are the lyrics? What are okay? Tell
The
us.
lyrics are the past is only the future with the lights on.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's nothing long.
I thought it was like a paragraph. I'm envisioning.
Oh no, it's
I'm
like a
envisioning
two-line
like
thing.
the Lord's Prayer people get. You know, like a
Right,
whole
yeah.
The
crazy.
past is only the what?
Here, there you go.
The past is what? I don't have my glasses on. What's it say? What's it say? The past.
That's great. The past is only the future with the lights on.
That's not even true.
Yes, it is.
No,
Think
it's not.
about it.
The
I've
past
thought about it.
is
'Cause,
only
okay.
the future with the lights on.
Yes, because
Now
we don't.
rhyme that, bitch.
We don't know. We don't know the future. The future is
a song.
unknown.
Yeah.
But like history repeats itself.
Yeah.
And like the past, like we know what happened in the past. So like it's not dark. The lights are. You see. You know the past,
you
but the
should-
future is unknown.
You should put that whole explanation in parentheses underneath.
I was ready to explain it if he was gonna be like, "Why do you want this? Why do you want these lyrics?"
All right. So I grounded her. Would you let your daughter?
Yeah. I mean,
So you'll let our podcast daughter get a tattoo?
You know what?
It's
you
we're
gotta-
we're parenting together.
yeah.
I'm gonna. My knee jerk was no, but I
Well,
can't.
Jamie, if you're gonna be the bad cop,
You're gonna be the good one.
I'm gonna have to.
Yay!
All right.
Well, now it's tied, so now we need to ask Matt.
Since she has 3 podcast dads.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Our buddy Matt Fox
You
is.
poor girl.
Yeah. Oh.
You're gonna have to be the tiebreaker. now.
Yikes.
It's like it's the worst reboot of my 3 dads ever. It's
No, it's three men and a baby.
3 men and a baby.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. So it's But pets, we talk
Was
about
Tom
pets.
Selleck in that?
He was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, Jamie, I want to know more about this show. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how?
We're back to Erica.
Can we do
and
some? Can we
you
do-
have the name for it, right? You have a
Yes.
what was the name for the podcast?
Let's bark about it.
Let's bark about it.
Okay, so let's do
That's
some
good.
role play.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna be the host,
Ooh, again.
and I'm gonna interview your dog.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
This is a
A
pilot.
trial run.
Claire Bear. Claire Bear is like chilling. She's chilling like a villain over there.
All right, we get her up on the chair now.
Hey.
What a baby.
It's funny. We had Ramona in here, and the bulldogs. They got that pushing face. You could hear her snorting the whole time. She wasn't even near a microphone. She's so great. All right,
Okay, so here we go.
Claire Bear.
Hey, Claire Bear. Welcome to Animal Talk. I gotta say, you look stunning.
Well, thank you. I got a bath last night.
So she has a bit of an accent. Oh. Where?
I'm kind of a diva.
Claire, how old are you?
I am none of your damn business.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I guess
sassy.
I shouldn't be
Ooh.
asking a young lady her age.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the first rule.
You brought
Watch
someone
drink
with
away.
you, Claire. Who is this person you brought with you?
This is my girl.
Do you have a name for this girl?
Slave?
Ah.
All right, so this is how the show is going to go.
yeah.
All right.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
There's that. Like I said, I'm a podcast junkie. I listen to a lot of them, and I
Oh man, you
like
floated
making
some
them.
good ones my
But
way.
everything's alive. Did you check out
Oh my
Everything's
gosh,
Alive?
my stomach hurt after
Oh.
listening to the first one.
Yeah, because we were talking about Bob Newhart earlier and how just very dry, deadpan delivery,
Which I absolutely love.
and this
People who
that
do that well.
everything alive is done just like that. So good. It sounds like he's trying to be Ira Glass.
Yes.
You know, he's really pulling off a total Ira Glass, and it's just, but he's talking to a pillow. So this would be good. And you have a pillow there next
Yeah,
to
pretty
you.
much. Pretty much.
She's, oh, what a cutie
She
pop.
always lays with her butt facing me.
What kind of pup is it?
Well,
She a mutt or?
we believe
Okay.
she is a toy poodle mixed with Bichon.
Bichon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's great.
You know, there's a reason why dogs do that. There's evolutionary reason. No joking. No
Okay.
joking. Anytime I get serious, people are like, yeah, what's he going to say?
What's going to come out of this guy's mouth?
No, it's in fact, dogs will do that. A lot of animals will do that. When I lived in Northville, I lived on a hill. I could see the deer. They would bed down on this hill, and they all slept with their butts towards the center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, so why would they want to all face out?
Kind of on guard, right?
On guard, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
So they can kind of see. They know what you are and where you are, and that's the.
She trusts me.
She trusts you.
Ah.
She'll plant her butt next to you, and in fact, if you ever see feral dogs like walking around, a lot of times they're looking elsewhere and they're bumping into each other, almost like a bunch of drunk kids walking down
Yeah.
they bump into each other. It's a security thing. So they'll oftentimes put their rear because their flanks are their most vulnerable area, right? So that part goes towards the safe area.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's a pretty common thing.
Thanks for teaching me that tonight. Now I can go home and be like, so Jeremy, guess what I learned tonight?
But see, that's dog language, and people language is like, why do you always have your ass in my face?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like sometimes she'll be laying on the couch behind me, and I'm like, oh, she farted right in my face.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Blame it on the dog.
Well,
That's
you know,
it.
it's her, the fiance.
So I noticed that right away. She did that. No matter where she sat, even when she got comfortable with me, she sat away from me because, they want to see what's going on out there. It's more of like a protective thing. Man and dog probably came together eons ago because of this protective instinct that that the dogs have for their home and their people. The familiar people. So.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have any other pets? Is Claire Bear your only
She's
child?
She's the only
child?
one. We used to have a kitty cat, but she passed away when we moved, and I just can't bring myself to get another one.
Yeah.
I'm
How long
like
ago was that?
Too sensitive.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years now.
Okay.
2.5 years.
All right. I'm a cat guy. I love dogs, but I'm just more of a cat guy. And I had Kirby for like 18 years. And when he went, I was like holding off on getting another one. But then Colleen brought home this monster named Percy. He was like such a cute little fluffy one. Now he's just a big monster. He's wonderful though. But I still love him.
Kittens are a lot of fun.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Here's the problem with cats though. Like you get a Labrador Retriever.
Yeah.
And if it's nice today, it's going to be nice tomorrow.
Sure.
It's going to be nice 10 years from now.
Oh yeah.
With a cat, they can just suddenly
It's
Turn on
Tuesday.
ya.
see your foot as like a prey animal, and they just bite the shit out of you.
Oh, I got a funny story.
Yeah, I mean that's a cat for you.
Oh yeah.
So my cat that we used to have, she's a sweetheart to me. She'd lay next to me in bed, and then you come home and it was a different story. My fiance would get up in the middle of the night to go to work because he worked awful hours, and she would be hiding somewhere. And when he would walk through the hallway when it was dark, she would lunge at his feet, bite him, and take off.
Yeah.
Kato, I'm calling off the attacks for tonight. Kato.
That's exactly it. I mean, cats can do, but that's part of their charm, right?
Cheeky little monkeys.
Right.
That's just what you have to deal with. And I've had lots of cats. We were the family in the neighborhood. They had the permanent sign that said, free kittens.
Free.
Oh.
Because back when I was a kid, you didn't spay or neuter your pets.
Bob Barker
right.
wasn't around yet.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
right.
He wasn't holding that
right.
skinny
He
little
just-
microphone telling you how to live your life. Hey, how about we do an email? We do those every once in a while. How about
Ooh.
this one? Dear Animal Talk.
A chain letter. I touched it. I touched it.
All right, here we go. We got a dog with some aggression problem. It's Sissy My Dog. This is coming from. I have a 1.5-year-old female boxer cattle dog mix. She's afraid of her own shadow and fears other humans during first contact. There's aliens coming down. First contact. All right, but this causes her to show aggressive behavior. She's more scared, but it's aggressive behavior. She's very intimidating with her growl and her bark. I've tried to expose her to people and places, but nothing seems to be working. Any ideas on how I can get her to be less fearful and seemingly aggressive?
Yeah, what an interesting mix. A boxer and a
Cattle
Australian
dog, yeah.
that's bound to have a little too much energy in some direction. Okay, here's the thing. If I just plopped you down in a foreign country
Sure.
and someone started jabbering to you, your anxiety level would go up because you can't understand what's going on or how to present yourself or how what the customs are.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing you can do with a dog is teach them obedience. That way, when strangers come around, you have a language in which to tell your dog what's expected of them. Okay? And then this gives the dog something to count on or to look forward to or to know what to anticipate. So somebody comes and greets him, sit, stay. The dog knows that if he's been trained properly, every time he sits and stays, he gets a reward or it's something good. In the absence of that, the dog is left on his own to determine how do I deal with this stranger. It may be a woman with long hair that I've never seen before. It may be a tall guy with a baseball cap. That I've never. So how do I deal with this as a dog? Do I protect my owner? Do I run away? Now, if there's a comforting voice saying sit and stay, and you've done it 1,000 times, every time you sit and stay, it's good.
Yeah.
Then you'll start associating, this previously scary thing with something that's not so bad.
Nice.
So it's always a good idea to teach your dog obedience, but a dog that has too much energy or real skittish, It's absolutely necessary
Yeah.
so that they can. It brings out more confidence in the dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
Get thee to an obedience class.
Yeah, and have cookies in your pocket.
That's right.
Puppy cookies. Always carry puppy cookies.
Or Vienna sausages.
I don't
Unless you're within 100 yards of an elementary school.
That's it. Yeah, that's all part of the agreement I have anyway. So
Yeah.
Oh.
you fill in the anyway. So
Oh.
I don't know who we're gonna pick on. So I want to play a
Not
game.
me.
I want to play a
Not
game.
So
it.
the game involves picking on someone?
Well, you
Not
know,
it.
someone has to choose, and I don't know
Oh.
if we want to have our guest be the subject or help us deliver.
Ooh.
Not it.
Well,
Sam was begging to read. We haven't let Sam. Sam is yet to be able to read a headline.
As long as there's no big words in it, because
okay, so we're doing fact or fiction?
We're gonna play a little game called Fact or Fiction. Fact or fiction? You decide. All right, here's how the Fact or Fiction works. I have 3 headlines, literally ripped from the news.
Yeah, you're.
He's literally ripping them.
And I am
Paper's not
literally.
that expensive. You can use 3 separate sheets of paper. Jamie. You don't have to literally.
save trees.
I thought
Yes.
one person would be
Oh,
reading
okay.
these initially because I didn't. When I printed this, I didn't know you were coming. So, 3 facts ripped from the news.
Well, one of them's not.
One is entirely made up and false.
One is false.
One is false. 2 are true. Erica, you are going to have to figure out which one of these
Oh, man.
is a big fat lie. Samantha, you get to pick first. Which one do you want to read?
Oh yes, I get to pick.
No,
Okay.
don't read them and decide.
Oh dang it! Fine, I'll pick that one.
All right, which one do you want? All right, so
Oh
man.
God!
All
Two-
Why did I have to take the morbid one?
two of these are true. One is false, and you have to figure out which is which, and they're in no particular order. Hey, Brian, do you want to go first?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, headline number 1. Double trouble. Tasmanian devil gives birth to twin Joeys.
Ooh.
Wait, how's that possible?
You decide.
Read that one more time.
Double the trouble. Tasmanian devil gives birth to twin Joeys.
Aren't those kangaroos?
Apparently, baby Tasmanian devils are Joeys as well.
Oh, yeah.
Fair play.
Could be.
Or they're just little short men named Joe.
Huh.
One of
Oh,
the two.
man.
All right, Sam, how about you do number 2?
2-year-old hospitalized after stumbling into a rhino exhibit.
And the third one, lion at North Carolina Zoo escapes and kills new employee.
Oh, that's scary too. What?
Man.
All right, we'll go for another go round here.
Okay.
All right, Brian,
All
what's
right.
yours again?
Number 1. Double the trouble. Tasmanian devil gives birth to twin Joeys.
All right. Sam?
2-year-old hospitalized after stumbling into rhino exhibit.
And our third story, lion at North Carolina Zoo escape and kills new employee. Erica, which one is the false fact?
Well, gosh, I think I actually read about the one that you.
Oh.
I think I actually read that one.
Okay.
I'm not. There's so many zoo stories these days.
Right.
Animal stories. I'm gonna have to say. Sam's is the.
I don't
fake
know.
one?
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, sir.
Wow. Dang, I don't want to read about this story. Wait,
Mine's fake, right?
Yeah.
so what's a
How does a
So-
Tasmanian devil give birth to twins? How do they know if it's twins?
wait,
or not?
I don't what
I was gonna say, oh, maybe it was a genetic. If there was like, someone,
I-
if you questioned it,
I don't know
maybe it was
much-
like genetic or something.
I don't know much
They
about
tested 'em.
Tasmanian devil.
I thought they
so-
were made
They
up.
do have litters though. Because I wanted to figure it out. I was like, what's a baby Tasmanian devil called? I Googled it, and it was like a Joey. And I'm like, oh, but they were like, it was in 2017, and there were 2 litters of 2.
Wait, do they really call them Joeys? Cause,
They do,
'cause
yeah.
baby kangaroos are Joeys.
Yeah, baby Tasmanian devils are Joeys,
That's a good
according
one.
to my Google
Wait,
search
really?
I thought I had the fake one.
earlier today.
Interesting.
It was.
Wait,
that was
how
fake.
come they
That was
can't
the
give
fake
birth?
one.
No, that
to-
was fake. That was fake. But there was a story that I had
mine
written
was
it.
fake. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, mine was fake.
So it's they're not twins.
But it is Joey's.
Yeah, it is Joey's.
That's the right term.
Yes. So, but yeah, so those other 2 stories were true. That man, talk about a bad first week
Wait,
at work.
gosh,
are you
right?
seri-
Happy
wait,
New
wait,
Year.
Wait. So the 2 scary ones were real.
Yeah. There's like a lot of bad crap going on at zoos.
It's not going to be as worse as the other one.
22-year-old employee had worked at the conservation center for less than 2 weeks. A North Carolina zoo employee died over the weekend after being attacked by a lion that had escaped its enclosure. The Conservators Center in Burlington, North Carolina, said on Facebook a lion somehow left a locked space and entered the space of humans, and one was killed quickly.
Okay, now hold on one second. Hold on one second. Like Erica said, there's a lot of these zoo stories where animals get. A zoo has 2 jobs. Keep the animals safe and keep the people away from the animals.
And I don't know if you guys have been to a place recently where people aren't really happy about doing their jobs. So I don't know if the same thing.
Maybe it's
like
government
the zoo
shutdown.
Or not.
They're like,
No, but how often do you read about somebody either some crazy person getting into a lion exhibit, or someone taking a picture, leaning over, and falling into a gorilla exhibit or something?
Yep.
I mean, it happens way too often.
Way too often.
So.
And has this always happened, or has it just happened since social media and Facebook Living and video and all that has been around? Because you never heard about these stories when I was little. I never heard about people getting attacked at the zoo. I would have never even went. I've been so scared.
They buried the stories back then.
Yeah. Like, all you got was a chimpanzee
polar bears
riding
eating now. You
riding the
have to
mini
move
bike,
along.
Oh, that's not an arm.
No. So according to the Post, a husbandry team led by a professional trained animal keeper was conducting a routine cleaning of the lion enclosure, and it's still not clear how the lion escaped from the locked area. The animal was shot and killed as county personnel were attempting to recover the worker's body and were unable to tranquilize the lion, which was enjoying its dinner.
Here's the other problem. They're never able to tranquilize the animal. Always gets shot.
Yeah.
Always. Like it's there's no tranquilizers in the state of wherever the zoo is. They have to find somebody. It takes 3 hours for someone to come over with a tranquilizer, and so they always end up killing the animal.
Which sucks.
Zoos kind of suck in general.
Yeah.
I know they try to do a good job.
That's a hard way to go at 22.
Yeah,
man.
SeaWorld's pretty bad.
Yeah, they all kind of.
I don't support them.
Mm-mm.
And then the
Blackfish.
Yeah,
Blackfish, right.
So the other one was about a rhino, 2-year-old stumbling into the rhino exhibit. How do you a 2-year-olds don't stumble. I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing.
You're not watching your 2-year-old, like, seriously?
Right.
Why aren't they in a stroller?
If they were dead, it would be 2-year-old dead.
That's true.
Okay,
just
so
hospitalized.
Not dead. Okay.
But so the child was flown to a Florida Children's Hospital with unspecific injuries. 2-year-old was hospitalized Tuesday after stumbling into the rhino enclosure at a Florida zoo, Bavard Zoo, located in Melbourne, Florida. It was New Year's Day. The young guest entered the rhinoceros yard and was injured during the zoo's hands-on rhino encounter. So there's a hands-on rhino encounter.
What?
And what parent is taking their kid into the hands-on rhino encounter? Yeah. The participant.
If you can't child-proof your zoo, you probably shouldn't be operating one.
The participant area for the encounter is at ground level, and the child fell through steel bars that separate participants and the animals.
Oh, man.
The child's injuries
and again, the steel bars have one job.
Did
Keep kids out of it.
Did the animal get to it, or did it just get injured because of the steel bars?
She went into there. I don't know. I haven't.
So obviously those steel bars need to be closer together.
Yeah.
So the child was flown to Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital in Orlando, about 57 miles away.
There's a children's hospital named after Arnold Palmer?
No, it's named after a mixture of iced tea and lemonade.
No, the golfer. That's what I was talking about.
Is that who that is?
Oh,
Is that what that is?
This is too much.
I just didn't know that they would name a children's hospital after him. Like, he's just like a golf player, and then he, does the lemonade and tea, like whatever. But like,
He's super famous, man.
that's crazy.
Well, I'm sure he spent a lot of money to get his name.
Why
on
doesn't
the
Blink?
Oh, yeah.
Why doesn't Blink 182 have a children's hospital named after them?
Maybe you should ask the drummer next time, right?
Because they won't turn the lights on.
Because he misspelled future.
Lights.
Lights.
I hope he doesn't listen to this.
So
He won't.
they've been doing the Daily Rhino Experience since 2009, but currently Keith Weinstein, the zoo's executive director, says the facility is suspending the experience until a thorough review is conducted. I see chicken wire in the future.
Yeah.
The bars and chicken wire.
Right?
Open for business.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, first of all, they don't belong there. Secondly, the animals don't belong in the zoo.
Yeah.
And secondly,
Didn't you say already and secondly?
they want to make this experience more of they don't want the animals to appear to be in cages.
Right.
That's why a lot of these exhibits look more open. But you're going to pay a price for that. You know,
yeah.
But I'm sure they could keep people out without it. I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So I'm looking for another email, and I think I have another one here for you to deal with, Brian.
They should put a moat
Yeah.
around every animal exhibit and fill it with like with tree sap. You ever try to get that
Oh
shit
my
off your hands?
gosh, that's
Ooh.
terrible.
If you're knee deep in tree sap, you can't go anywhere.
No,
That's my.
your life's over.
Yeah.
That is it. All right, here I got another email for you. Dear Animal Talk.
Congratulations,
Oh,
congratulations,
that's not the right one. There it is. Here it is.
This, a letter for me.
All right, and
Congratulations.
that was if she had gotten it correct.
Oh
but-
yeah,
Sorry. All right, I had faith in you. I had the winter cart queued up.
man.
But, so
Failed you.
this is a question for cat people. This comes from Petite Whippet. My house mouser has developed a really fun habit of tipping over his litter box. I got him a covered box, and it took a few days with the uncovered one and the covered one. But all of a sudden, there's a puddle on the floor in front of it. He's not using the box. The box is a flap that I haven't installed. Should I install that flap? I would love to have a flap on it to contain the smell. But he's peeing outside the box. What can I do?
I'll bet you $1,000
Yeah.
the litter box isn't cleaned regularly.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
What do you call regularly? Like trash day?
Oh man.
No.
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 Like morning and night.
Oh.
Yeah.
My cat used to
Oh.
do things like that when my dad never or forgot to clean out the litter box one day, or he never did it. My cat got mad and peed on his pile
Yeah.
of clothes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
You know what the giveaway was? The cat is tipping it over suddenly. He's looking for a clean spot with some cat litter in it, you know, and then when they covered it, so he goes next to it. The cat probably didn't want to go next to it, but he can't stand being in it, and they want to contain the smell.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, cat people can't really detect
Sure.
the smell unless it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You see, so I would imagine they need to
Yeah.
clean
If
it
there's
better.
just one or two little clumps in there, you're probably not gonna smell it.
Right.
Right.
I lived across the hall from a lady who would buy cat litter every single day. She changed her litter like twice a day.
Wow.
Probably
Yeah.
never
That's
had
a little
problems.
excessive, but that's, you know,
She loved that cat. She had
Yeah.
a small apartment, so
yeah. Well, yeah, if you have a small apartment,
Mhm.
you know, you really got to keep up on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you just got back from an international trip.
I did.
You didn't get bit by anything, did you?
jet lag.
Maybe Lauren bit me.
Oh.
Okay. You didn't get bit by anything you didn't ask for.
No.
Okay, good. But because the CDC is warning about international travelers, and there's a big rabies risk, and it's yeah. So warning comes after
where?
last year's death of a Virginia woman who had been bitten by a puppy in India 6 weeks earlier.
Really?
So
Wow.
people are So the Center for Disease Control Prevention is warning international travelers about the dangers of contracting a form of rabies that's been eradicated from the United States.
Yeah, the U.S. is kind of rabies free.
Yeah, it's pretty limited, and the rabies here isn't deadly. But there's other countries and there's other places with some very deadly rabies strains. So a 65-year-old woman, so you know about your age, Brian. She's from Virginia. She became the 9th citizen to die from the virus in the last decade. So
Wow.
yeah, so
In all
that's,
parts of like different countries except the United States, or
so
like
I don't know. I haven't read the whole thing.
No,
yet.
some countries do a much better job than we do with
Yeah.
being rabies free.
So, yeah, the last Thursday noted the woman had died last year from the rabies she contracted while traveling in India. The woman who was bitten by a dog while on vacation cleaned the wound but didn't get medical attention and started showing symptoms of the virus 6 weeks later. She experienced pain in her arm, some paralysis, and then 4 days later visited urgent care. She was diagnosed with carpal tunnel, and they sent her home with some medication.
oh no.
She came back 5 days later, complaining of shortness in breath, anxiety, insomnia, and growling. No, she wasn't. That's mean.
Oh my God.
Difficult swallowing. That's what it is. The healthcare workers gave her
Was she foaming?
anti-anxiety medication, diagnosed her with a panic attack, and sent her home again.
Wow.
Well, you know, in fairness,
Does she have to be foaming at the mouth?
People were dropping the ball.
well,
on
in fairness
her.
to healthcare professionals, you know, you don't think rabies when somebody
Right.
comes in. You think, you know.
Sure. So
Did she not tell them she was bit by a dog?
So yeah, I don't know. So her husband finally said she had been bitten on the hand by a puppy 6 weeks earlier. So the hospital notified the Virginia Department of Health. There was a potential case of rabies, and the CDC confirmed the diagnosis. She was giving experimental protocol on the 13th, but it's an aggressive treatment, but she died. After her death, 250 healthcare workers were evaluated for potential exposure to the patient. 72 were advised to get treatment.
Oh, that means
So-
Oh, God.
So much for that being eradicated here in the States.
Yeah.
It's spreading.
Yeah, until, patient 0 here, bringing that back in. So 1 in 3 cases of rabies in people are reported in the U.S. So people get it, like only 1 in 3 people actually realize they have it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
That's a lot.
Yikes. Yeah.
That's so it's a good thing. So go to New Zealand
Mhm.
because there's no animals there. You won't get bit by anything.
There's no animals in New
There-
Zealand?
There
Limited.
are animals, but it's there's not much in the way of wildlife. There's a
Yeah.
few flightless birds.
Like
I found
penguins?
a gecko crawled right under my foot, and I put my hand down. It crawled into my hand. I was holding it for a little bit and took a picture of it and set it free. We're at a winery, and Lauren said, "Hey, you have geckos here?" And the waiter said, "I've never seen a lizard in this country." So I found the one gecko in New Zealand,
The only one.
the only one,
That's crazy. Now there's going to be like an outbreak.
and I named him
Gecko's
Kevin.
taking over New Zealand.
You can't get rabies from geckos, though, right?
No.
Right.
I don't know.
right,
You're
right.
you're the specialist over there.
Yeah, it's mammals. You can get salmonella.
Mm.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Vanilla paper?
You get
Salmonella.
You're not licking it, are you?
It ran away before I could do anything other than hold it. I'm not
Like
saying I
that,
wouldn't
like
have.
that guy with the doorbell. Like, did you guys see that story?
Yeah, he was licking the doorknob and the doorbell.
Oh, yeah, for like
An
hour.
Yeah. It's just a guy. He was just.
Salt
They caught it
deficiency?
on.
What the?
It's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
people get high licking toads. Remember,
Right, right,
We
yeah.
read a few stories about
Oh,
that.
that was on Family Guy.
But who would think this toad looks like it should be licked? I'm
Yeah.
gonna lick a toad.
No.
Yeah.
No,
who would
wouldn't
think
you
that?
get like
Mm.
warts on your tongue? Can that not happen?
That's an old wives' tale, Sam.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
People get warts all the time.
Whatever.
All right. So Brian and I used to do a game. So you've been having a little bit of fun,
Okay.
right? So we did. We used to do a show called the Game
Hide
Show.
the saltine.
Hide the saltine.
Aw.
Oh yeah, that too. No, we had a show called the Game Show, and it was like what's the best part of radio? It's the games, right?
Games, yeah.
And it's not about the prizes.
Right.
It's all
It's not
about the
about
fun.
the content.
It's all about the
They
fun.
say content is king. Bullshit.
No, people just want to call up and win a damn T-shirt or a coffee
Yeah,
mug.
right.
They just want to play the games. So that's what we did. We had a 2-hour show, and we just played radio games for 2 hours.
And that was
Oh,
a
that
lot
sounds
of
like a
fun.
blast.
It
It
was.
was.
We just gave shit away. All
yeah.
the whole
So and we did that, and it's like we got to bring back more of the games. So
Yeah.
well, let's do another game. Did you ever play the match game? Did you watch the original match game?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think
No,
so.
that
With
was-
Richard.
That was before her time.
Richard Dawson and
No.
no, really?
You guys are
No.
old.
We are
Sorry.
old.
Sorry.
All right, so match game. We read us. I don't know however it works. I didn't have a whole intro, but we're gonna play match game.
Okay.
All right, so I'll read a sentence.
Okay.
Okay. Don't scream out your answer. Think of the fill in the blank.
It's a fill in the blank, and you're.
We are gonna fill in the blank, and if you match us, you win.
Let's do an example. Those directions are.
Podcast Detroit button.
Can I use this?
Yeah, sure. All right. So here we go. Ooh. All right, so here we go. We got Dumb Dora. Dumb Dora is so dumb.
How dumb is she?
She's so dumb, she thinks her dog is illegal. He's a blank. So Dumb Dora is so dumb, she thinks her dog is illegal. He's a blank.
Illegal?
Illegal.
Illegal.
Not legal.
Illegal.
She thinks her dog is illegal. I was trying to find animal ones just to kind of try it together. So, Sam, you got to fill in the blank, too.
Oh, shit.
Everyone fills in the bank.
Are you bored with being on my lap?
All right, I got one, but it's not illegal, but I don't know. I think it'd be funny, I guess.
All right. It doesn't have to be politically correct either.
No, I don't want to be like mean, so.
There we go. All right, so Dumb Dora is so dumb, she thinks that her dog's illegal. He's a...
Beagle? I don't know. I have no idea.
An illegal beagle.
Illegal beagle.
What did you have, Brian?
You know these things always make me nervous. I can't think on my feet. I
Yeah.
just wrote Pimper Spaniel. I don't know. I don't know how to really play this game.
Oh, crap. You guys did dogs? I said wizard.
Oh.
Dog is a what?
A wizard.
I went Mexican New Chihuahua.
Oh,
I was just going to say.
I like that.
I
yes.
was going to say Mexican, but
Chihuahua.
then I was like, that's not nice. So I didn't want to do that. No, I don't. They're not illegal. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
All right,
They
that was
can
just
come into
that was
this
just a warm
country.
up anyways, right?
Sure.
Are we
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do another one?
We'll take
Yeah.
all of the
I should probably
chihuahuas.
find those. All right,
Down
so
with Donald Trump.
these dog ones are weird. All right, so here we go. Sue Ann is so high maintenance.
How high maintenance is she?
Oh, she's so high maintenance. She takes her dog for a walk. She makes sure he wears a blank. So Sue Ann is so high maintenance. She takes her dog for a walk. She has to make sure her dog wears a blank.
Where's a
Wizard.
She's just answering wizard. Everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Make sure her
Oh,
dog...
she does have a little voice.
She does. She saw something that excited her. She makes her dog wear shoes? I mean, a shoes.
These animal ones are weird.
Her dog must wear a shoes.
All right, what do you got, Brian?
I said Dickie.
Ah,
I know.
what did you have, Sam?
A wizard.
Oh, wizard.
Okay.
I had raincoat. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah.
Do we have another one?
I got another animal one, but it doesn't make sense.
Just
I think
do
I
it.
have
Let's just do
I
it.
think I have a real.
Oh,
I was
okay.
looking at like my other real match game questions, but they're not right here in front of
What's
me.
that,
Oh no,
Beagle?
here it is. Animal match game. Let me see what this is.
Can you play the bumper music for it? It really isn't a game unless you play the music.
I know. All right, here we go. I'm just worried about copyright a little bit.
Everyone that had anything to do with that show is dead.
It's again. Alec Baldwin's hosting it.
What?
It's back on, and
Is it
Alec
really?
Baldwin is the host. Yeah. So.
Oh, I like him.
I know. All right, here you go. This is a good one. All right. So, a bald man complained, "My wife thinks my head is an egg. Last night, she tried to blanket." There you go. A bald man complained, "My wife thinks my head is an egg. Last night, she tried to blanket." And wizard is not an acceptable answer.
You tried to wizard it. Wizard has so many definitions.
All right, wizard. All right, what do you got there, Sam? You got one?
I'm between two of them.
All right, Brian, you got one?
I have like an answer with like a parenthetical.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I have one
Okay.
as well. All right.
Okay.
So, well, let me read it one more time.
Yep.
The bald man complained, "My wife thinks my head is an egg. Last night, she tried to blanket."
Lick it.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Oh,
It's
man.
that kind of show, is it?
What else are you supposed to do with a bald head?
Oh.
It even vibrates like real.
All right. So, what do you got?
I said incubate it. If you know what I mean.
Oh.
If you know what I mean.
See,
So you
same
got to have
page.
that. If you have that. Yeah.
Oh,
Sam, what did you have?
wow. You guys have better answers than me.
What did you have?
It said wizard. No, I was going to say, like, crack it or boil it, but that
There
sounds
you go.
lame because it's an
No.
egg. That's lame. You guys
No,
are funny.
that's
Mine was lame.
It's a great answer for your
Scramble it.
age.
Scramble it. Yeah. I was going to say hatchet.
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 Oh, like
So
the
that's,
movie Hatchet, where he has the hatchet and he
No.
cuts everybody in
Oh,
half.
hatch. You hatch an egg. So
Wow,
she
she
tried
went,
to.
she went from wizards to busting skulls,
That's it.
basically.
That's it. The other one I just didn't get. A salesman said the
love
caterpillar must be an athlete. He just bought 100 sneakers and a blank.
A wizard.
Oh, 100 sneakers and a jogging suit. I don't know. I mean, what would you-
100 sneakers.
A
Wait.
caterpillar.
And a
Must be
Walkman?
And a Walkman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Caterpillar
And a
must be an
wizard's
athlete.
hat.
Must be a what? Must be an
Athlete.
athlete.
He bought 100 sneakers and a blank.
Goggles.
And a jogging suit. And goggles. And a wizard.
Athlete.
And a
I
wizard
don't know.
hat.
So
A
the
water
animal ones
bottle?
are, the animal ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are better.
We usually just, when we play, I was just trying to keep it animal centric. But anyway.
He's trying to defend
So-
himself.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
I know.
still fun.
All right. So, Erica, thank you. Tell me more about the name of the podcast again. Will be shortly coming, and it's called
Let's bark about it.
Let's Bark About It. Do you have Nash 93.1 here in Detroit? People can listen online,
They can.
and they can find you when? Just weekends and overnights and filling in and helping out?
Yep. I have like a steady weekend show overnights, Friday and the Saturday, midnight to 6 a.m. But this coming up Sunday, today's the 10th,
Mm-hmm.
11th,
Today's the 10th.
So the 13th,
yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
on from 2 to 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So do you have a website that's going to go along with this podcast, or is that in
I have a
development?
Facebook page right now.
Facebook
Well,
page.
I've started one.
All right,
It's
so-
still coming together.
And
I
so
just
it's
started
gonna
on
be
it
Let's
today.
Bark About It, Facebook?
Yep. Let's bark about it podcast.
Okay, Let's
Okay.
Bark About It podcast. I
Mhm.
like that. She's got a cool logo going and everything, too.
You know what? The logo has changed since. Oh,
Oh.
did you see? What you saw the new one I
I
posted
saw
on
2.0,
Facebook?
yep.
Yeah. So
Yes,
yeah.
yep.
So it's been updated.
Yeah.
Well, good luck
Awesome.
on your endeavor.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
just hoping to have a really good time with it. You know, I was
Yeah.
just stressing myself out trying to do these like creative, cool ones. And I'm
Right,
like,
right.
you know what? Let's just go with something that
That you love.
I love. Yeah, that makes
This
sense.
this show keeps me from taking a rifle to an overpass. I mean, it works for me to lower my stress. I love
Well, we
to-
want to invite you back out here once you get rolling. And plus, there's an event coming up. There's a dog event here. We're at the Podcast Detroit Studios, downtown Detroit. And there's a dog event coming up on February 19th. It's a Tuesday in the evening. Big dog event here. There's going to be a doggy fashion show and all kinds of stuff. And we're going to be doing the podcast live down with the dogs. So we may do some on-the-spot training and
Very
stuff.
cool.
So you're most welcome to bring
Claire.
Claire Bear back out. I should
All
have
right.
a piece of paper and write down notes.
Oh, I want to bring my
Um,
dog.
Sam, how can people find out about Animal Talk?
Oh, we should have did this earlier, but
And several
Um,
times throughout the show, but we forgot.
it's okay. You can find us on Facebook at Animal Talk Radio. Same with Twitter and Instagram at Animal Talk Radio. And then the website is http : no dot
Oh man.
/
W,
Yeah.
W.
animaltalkradio.com.
Yeah. People want to send in emails, just Jamie at animaltalkradio.com, and then we'll help you with your pets. And that's it. That's all I got. Brian, you got anything else?
No, I'm just happy to be
We didn't
back.
do a joke.
I'm happy to be back.
Oh, I don't have one.
No.
Bad
Oh,
animal
she's
joke.
crushed.
Oh
You better
my
pull
God.
something out of your rear.
Triggered. I'm triggered.
Oh
I'm
my
quitting.
God.
He's
Oh
frantically.
my
His
trigger.
fingers are going frantic.
God.
How could you forget? I
I
feel
know.
hurt.
It's just Brian was really hoping I would forget.
Oh yeah,
And,
he didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What?
oop.
What?
Bad
All right.
animal jokes. It's like the best part.
Don't make me tell my turtle and snail joke again.
Wait. Did you say
I've
it?
told it many times, yes.
I hope
It's
this is
time
funny.
for the bad animal joke of the week.
All right, Sam, here we go.
Yes.
Time for the bad animal joke of the week. Sam, knock knock,
Who's there?
interrupting weasel.
Interrupt.
Knock knock.
I knew you were gonna do that.
That's all I got.
Oh man.
I was off the cuff. I didn't. I because my Google wasn't responding.
You definitely pulled something out of your rear for
You
sure.
don't say.
Okay, I
You
appreciate
could tell it
it
seemed
more,
like I wasn't that
right?
prepared.
Under pressure. Taken care of.
Off the cuff.
Dang.
That seemed planned, didn't it?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why, Sam?
I don't know.
Cross it again.
To get to the wizard. To get to the wizard's house.
Oh man.
Oh.
She's a cute little imbecile.
All right. Once again, thanks for joining us, Animal Talk Radio, on all the socials, animaltalkradio.com. Erica, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
And,
guys. This is great.
appreciate
Good luck
it.
on the new show, Eric.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And till next time, have an exotic week.
And kiss your wild thing for me.
you guys get to just hang out and just BS.
Yeah.
That's cool though. It's fun.
And yours starts when?
Hoping February 1st they have
February
the
1st.
first couple ones up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because they say the theory of it is you like have you stock up, you like 4,
Mm-hmm.
and you post them all at once, and then have as many people as you can listen and
Yeah.
download and subscribe, and that can push you up into that new and notable. And if you get in that new and notable,